So when I get asked this question, I really never know what answer to give people, and it kind of catches people off guard because usually I just kind of say, I don't know. Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandy, the handmade homeschooler, and I'm going to talk about homeschool styles today, which is kind of a weird topic for me to talk about because I feel like I don't know anything about this whole like homeschool styles thing. But I have just like a quick hot take to give to you about it. So when I first started homeschooling, I came across all of these like how to find your homeschooling style quiz, and there's like millions of blogs and online quizzes, and it seems like every big homeschooler blogger out there has some kind of post, blog, quiz, whatever about this thing. And they have all different kinds of categories that they can put homeschoolers in. And you know, there's everything in there from classical to Charlotte Mason to unit studies and unschooling. And honestly, I just remember being really overwhelmed by all of that, and I just never did it. So here's what I did instead. Instead of trying to find my homeschooling style, I just paid attention to my kids. And I said, okay, let's just try out these things that you guys think look cool, because they help me pick out my curriculum. I have lots of videos about this. I talk about it all the time in my curriculum videos. I do the curriculum shopping, the online shopping with my kids, because they let me know like, oh, this looks really cool, or oh, I would really like the book selections in this one. I think I would like to do that one. Or I give them choices, which really helps when they're younger too, to give them choices like, do you like this My Father's World package, or do you like this Generations package? Which one looks like more fun to you? And let them make choices like that. So basically I would do this thing where like we would just pick out the curriculum, and then a couple times a year I just assess like, how are we doing? Is this working? You know, do you like this? And then when I get a foothold on that, I repeat it for the following year. So basically I just figured out what my kids like by them doing the different curriculum, and voila. So we are a mixed bag. We are like trail mix over here. And when I got further into homeschooling, I realized that there are so many different styles and things like that. And I never felt like I really fit into any of those categories. And the reality is I don't, and neither do my kids. We pick and choose from all different kinds of things. And I think too, when we get stuck with one thing, okay, take Charlotte Mason, for example. If I wanted to be a Charlotte Mason mom, which I did, like when I learned about Charlotte Mason, I wanted to be a Charlotte Mason mom, and I loved all the things. I loved the idea of it. It just appealed to me so much. But when it came down to it, that style and my kids just were not mixing well. And I think what happens is we get like this sense of disappointment when that happens. And then we're disappointed at our homeschool, or we feel like we didn't do a good job as parents or something like that, or that the curriculum let us down, when in reality, sometimes, and this is why public school doesn't always jive well with every kid, sometimes the curriculum and your kid just don't mix. And sometimes that's why the curriculum doesn't work for one family or the next. It's not because the curriculum is bad. It's not because your kids can't learn. It's just the learning styles are off. So that's when I just started paying attention to my kids. Like, okay, this math curriculum isn't working. Let's try a different approach. And then I would find a curriculum that maybe was taught in a different way. But I had no idea about this whole like learning styles thing, or this like type, this like homeschool type. When I started out, I had no idea what a Charlotte Mason mom was. I didn't even know who Charlotte Mason was. I didn't learn about her. I learned about Horace Mann. That's all I learned about in college. I did not learn about any of this. I learned about different learning styles, like, you know, auditory and visual and things like that. But I didn't learn about, you know, anything like this. So for me, going into this, I wanted to see, okay, what do my kids respond to? And I think that that's really the key to figuring out your homeschool, is not really focusing so much on the styles, but focus on what and how your kids respond to different curriculum. And that's usually how you'll figure out the best mix for your family. Even if you are like me and you are like a bag of trail mix and you have just things from everywhere. I have things that are Charlotte Mason. I have things that are classical. I have things that are traditional. We are just kind of all over the board. But you know what? It works for us. So today I just wanted to give you that little piece of advice. Just don't get too caught up in all of these homeschooling styles and making everything like this blanket one style thing because it's going to be, you know, all the same. Really look and see how your kids are responding to different things rather than focusing in or honing in on one style that may not work. So that's all I really wanted to focus in on this video, was just a gentle reminder to pay attention to how your kids are responding to the curriculum rather than just buying a blanket style of curriculum and praying that it works. You know, don't be afraid to try other styles or to, you know, experiment around a little bit if you need to, especially if you're in the beginning stages of homeschoolers, which, you know, this is really aimed more towards, you know, the beginner homeschooling parents. But if you're not, that's totally okay. Maybe you're like me and you're just like, man, am I weird because I don't use, you know, one style? Like, I felt like such a weirdo for the longest time in the homeschooling communities because I wasn't one style. You know, I wasn't a classical conversations mom. I wasn't a Charlotte Mason mom. I wasn't the unit study mom. And it was just like, I don't fit into any of these boxes. Is there something wrong with me? And the fact is no, there's not. My kids are doing great. And that's all you need to focus on. You don't have to focus on the labels so much as your kids. Your kids are the most important thing rather than the label that's on the curriculum box. That's all I really wanted to say. So don't worry about all those quizzes out there. Just do what your kids are responding to and you'll be fine. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a great rest of your day and happy homeschooling.